Hello, my name is Penny and I am Weird Girl Vintage, or that's my brand. If you're just joining me, I've been selling for about 9 months on eBay and Poshmark. Basically, I sell vintage and pre-owned clothing. Today I'm going to be doing a what sold video to show you what sold this week. This has not been a great week for sales. I found that at the end of the month, beginning of the month, it usually slows down quite a bit. There were a couple days where I actually didn't sell anything, but that is okay. I am pretty sure that it's everyone else going through the same thing as me, where at the end of the month you're like, oh my gosh, I have to pay rent or mortgage. And that is a big pull out of your bank account. So I do understand why sales slow down. So total sales over the last week with both eBay and Poshmark, I sold $392.11. eBay was $318 of that, and Posh was $74. So I've mentioned before, I don't do much on Posh. I don't share that often. I share maybe like once a day, once every 2 days. And I have probably like a quarter of the listings on there that I have on eBay. So I'm never surprised to see low sales on Poshmark. But I'm glad I had a few this week. So I'm just going to get started by telling you what sold this week. So I'll go ahead and just mention everything because it wasn't that many things. So first one, my most sought after brand, of course, Vineyard Vines. It was an American flag whale logo shirt, and that sold. I took an offer for $16. I got a lot of offers on this shirt. Finally took 16 because I was like, that's pretty good. Next one was one that honestly I did not expect to sell, so I was really happy that it did. But it was a Busch Gardens. It was really cool. It was this t-shirt for a ride in Busch Gardens called Verbolten. And it was a really cool shirt. It had like a raised graphic on it. And it sold on sale for 30% off at $11.89. Next one was a Disney's Grand Floridian Resort tank top, super cute. I took an offer for $13 for it. Next one was a Northeastern University sweatshirt that I took an offer for $15. A lot of college gear selling recently, which is awesome. We're going back to school, woohoo. Next one was a Banana Republic tan leather jacket, and I've had that for a while, so it was 40% off sale. Next thing was another one that I grabbed because I thought it was cool, and it's so funny, all the random things that I think are cool that I'm like, probably this is never gonna sell, but they always do. So trust your instincts. And it was a Lockheed Martin Engineering a Better Tomorrow shirt, and that sold for full price at $9.99. Next one was so this is one that someone had bought it, and then they never paid for it, and I forgot to relist it. So I just relisted it like a month ago. And it was a Philadelphia Eagles jersey, and I realized when I relisted it, I had it originally listed as a kid's one, but it's actually a women's. So I sold it for $19.99. Definitely women's jerseys do sell pretty well because they are more rare. So keep an eye out for those. Next was one that honestly I didn't think it would sell, so pretty awesome. But it was this really cool tie-dye shirt for Pierce the Veil, which is a band from I think like the early 2000s. And it had some like marks and cracking, like it was a bit worn, but it was really cool. And that sold in auction for $4.99 plus shipping. And I had one other auction that sold, and that was that Harley Davidson tank top with the fringe at the collar, and that got one bid for $9.99. One other auction sold, and that was that Disney World Spirit jersey, the only Spirit jersey I've ever found for Disney. It was my size, but it wasn't really the style that I wanted to have, so it had a couple of flaws. Like it had sticker residue on it that I swear I tried to get out like every way I could think of, and it just wouldn't come out. So I just included it in the listing, but that sold for one bid of $19.99 plus shipping. Next one was a Rutgers Scarlet Knight shirt, which I also found recently, and I took an offer for $13. Next was a Budweiser shirt. This was another auction, sold for $4.99, which is just one bid. It was from 2004, so not vintage, but it was definitely a cool old graphic. I really like those old Budweiser shirts. Those have always sold for me when I find them. Next one was another surprise. It was that Casualties band tee with a really cool graphic on it. I had it as an auction. Someone offered me $10 and I took it. Then I sold this Run Disney shirt that has Oswald on it. Yesterday I put it on sale for 10% off, and it was at $8.99, and they bought it straight out for that, so worked out well. And then yesterday I sold this pair of Air Force camo pants, and I've had them for a really long time, as you can tell from the picture and the fact that they're 50% off, and those sold for $10.25 plus shipping. And then I had an Ann Taylor Loft knit cardigan that I've had for, a few months. That was 20% off. Someone offered me $13 and I took it. This was a really surprising one because I had literally just listed it like maybe 2 hours before. But it was this vintage sequined and beaded floral hook front jacket. The reason I was surprised that it sold so quickly was it was unbranded, like there was no brand on it. So I'm not really sure how they found it. But I was really happy that it sold within like a couple hours. So I'm wondering if I should have listed it higher, but I felt like $34.99 plus shipping was a pretty good price. But yeah, they bought it right out, which was awesome. Next one I just sold today, like this morning, and it's another Vineyard Vines one. It's American Dream drenched shirt, and it has a car on it. They're going on a road trip. Someone offered me $14 and I took it for a used shirt. That's pretty good. Next one was another one that sold this morning, and this is the last one on eBay, and that was this Denver Nuggets basketball jersey, and I actually had gotten a lot of offers on this one, and I turned off offers for it because I was getting a lot of not good offers, and I felt like I had a really fair price for it, so I just left it. But when I restarted all my sales, I put this one at 10% off for the month, and someone bought it for $35.99. So that is for eBay. Moving on to Poshmark. First thing that I sold was actually last Friday, and that was a bundle. And so I sold a Ruby Moon Anthropology sweater, and then I also sold a Cabby cardigan. So they bought 2 sweaters together. So the next one was this pair of parrot pants that you may have heard of in my last video, which is a really fun alliteration. So those I put up. I honestly wasn't sure how they were going to do, but I thought they would be a visual sale. It's not really about the brand with these ones. It's the fact that they have a really cool print. But they sold pretty quickly. I want to say within like a week. And I took an offer for $14. The last thing that I sold was this W by Worth blazer, which I have had for a long time. I think I got it in November of last year. So it's been sitting for quite a while. Someone bought it for $30. So that was awesome. I was glad to see that one go. So that is my sales for the week. Thank you for joining me for that. So that was the end of July. Now we're in August. If you want to see basically how my sales were for all of July, I did a kind of summary of the month, and I called it Reseller Report. And I uploaded that yesterday, so you can check that out on my channel. I also have some Goodwill Outlet hauls that I've uploaded if you want to see the other things that I look for, and I'll be doing these What Sold videos every Friday. So thank you so much for watching. If you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Otherwise, have a wonderful day and an awesome weekend. Goodbye.